In this project, I chose my individual project called In-Depth Tour in Tsim Sha Tsui. In this project, I chose Tsim Sha Tsui for my project topic because it's a place in the Yau Chi Mon district. For districts, Tsim Sha Tsui is a famous site in Hong Kong for them to visit. For the local citizens, many youths and teenagers are not familiar with the history in Hong Kong. From this project, I will be conducted the objectives and details of recommendation below and some innovative ideas of using technology to enhance tourist experience below. For the objective, I would like to introduce Tsim Sha Tsui to tourists and local citizens. I will introduce some famous buildings such as Hong Kong Science Museum, Hong Kong Museum of Arts, and Hong Kong Space Museum to them. Also, I will introduce two parks in Tsim Sha Tsui. They are Hong Kong Zoological and Botanical Gardens and Kowloon Park. Besides, there are some famous sites in Tsim Sha Tsui. For instance, the Avenue of Stars and the Harbour City Mall. They can walk and shop at there. Apart from the cities of Tsim Sha Tsui, I will introduce the information technology to enhance tourist experience, which are the GPS, the electronic payment, and the language translation. For the research, and the first site is Kowloon Park. It is a military base in 1830, and there is watchtowers and cannons in the park. And near the cannons, there is a garden with sculpture walk. There are some local and international artists' works, such as Maze Garden and Viewing Zone. And also there have endangered species called blue-fronted Amazon parrot. And you can see right hand side, there is a picture of Kowloon Park. The second site is the Hong Kong Zoological and Botanical Gardens. It is the oldest zoological and botanical gardens in the world in Tsim Sha Tsui. People can get closer to the nature to see the plants and animals. And there is a big garden which have red crown crane and golden lion tamarind. In the garden, it has a statue of King George IV to commemorate the soldiers who died in the wars. You can see the first picture is the statue of King George IV, and the second picture is the wildlife animal parrots called red crown crane. And the other site is called Hong Kong Museum of Art. This museum is one of the 3 museums in Tsim Sha Tsui. It is a 57-year-old building, and it shows more than 15,000 products which involve sculptures and seals, etc. And people can recognize more about art and design in the museum in Tsim Sha Tsui here. And we can see the pictures in there is the interface of the Hong Kong Museum of Art. The other site is called Hong Kong Space Museum. This museum is about astronomy and space. In the museum, there are different exhibits for visitors to visit, such as telescope. This museum is mainly used for educational. In the museum, it also has some short movies to watch to explain the introduction and information of space. The other museum is called Hong Kong Science Museum. It is the most famous and biggest of these 3 museums. It houses more than 50 exhibits. The most interactive and famous exhibit is called the Energy Machine. And there are different themes in the period, such as Mirror World and Family Technology, or other fun exhibition. For the first photo is the Mirror World, that kids are sitting in a stand, and the second picture is the airplane. The other site is Star Ferry Pier. In Star Ferry Pier, you can see the whole view of the Victoria Harbour in Hong Kong. And there are a lot of performance, such as singing, magic show, and talent shows, etc. And you can also ride in Star Ferry to view the site of Victoria Harbour. And in the Avenue of Stars is near the pier, and it is alongside of more than 100 movie stars and director handprints on the handrails, such as Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Anita Mui, etc. The most significant part is the bronze statue of Bruce Lee. You can see the pictures. There's a man, it is Bruce Lee, and there is the bronze statue. And the other site, the final site is Harbour City Mall, and there are many international shops such as Gucci, LV, Dior, etc. Also, there are more than 80 restaurants and coffee shops there. People can eat and shop there. They also have free hotels in the shopping mall for the visitors to live. And my recommendation is I hope they can visit Tsim Sha Tsui in one day. In the morning, they can go to the Hong Kong Zoological and Botanical Gardens for a walk. And for the lunch, they can eat lunch near the zoo, and there are some restaurants for them to choose. In the afternoon, they will first go to Kowloon Park. They can have a walk to see the historic things there. Then they can choose two from these three museums according to their interests and time. And I will recommend them to go to Hong Kong Museum of Art and Hong Kong Science Museum because these two museums has more exhibits to see and bigger than Hong Kong Space Museum. When they finish visiting these two museums, it's nearly dusk. It's a perfect time to watch the beautiful sight of Victoria Harbour. So I recommend them to visit the Avenue of Stars. They can both view the site of Victoria Harbour and see the handprints at the same time. They can go to the Harbour City Mall for shopping and having dinner. After the dinner, they can stay at Ferry Pier to watch variants of performance and join the performance. And they can have a short travel in a Star Ferry. They can enjoy the trip of the site in Hong Kong in around 1 hour. They can see the briefly outline in Hong Kong. Then they can go to hotel. They can finally see the whole site of Tsim Sha Tsui from a high place in their hotel. And I think there are three information technology to enhance tourist experience, which are GPS, electronic payment, and the language translation. Firstly, the GPS. They can transform the geographical position and time message to the receiver. Nowadays, GPS solves many problems nowadays. People doesn't know the exactly position of the place, the traveling distance, or the time of a place. But if we have a GPS, it can easily solve the problems. Nowadays, every tourist has a smartphone that involves GPS function. It's a useful application apps for tourists that will not get lost in the unfamiliar place. This information technology can help tourists to find the place, and they can prepare and save the information and the time of the play. Then they can shorten the traveling time and the finding time. Secondly, the electronic payment. Electronic payment become more and more popular nowadays in different countries because they can easily use the electronic money in daily life by using mobile payment and or credit cards. They don't need to carry a lot of cash to pay. They can shorten the time of transforming the local currency. Also, they can fasten the transaction speed. It can reduce the human errors and shorten the queue time. Thirdly, the language translation. For tourists, language is the main barrier for them when they are visiting a new city. So nowadays, there are some websites or apps for them to solve this problem, such as Google Translate or other translation apps. They may not know the local language of the city, but through these apps, they can easily know what exactly mean of them. And this is the end of my presentation. You can see more and know more details in my coming Word document. This is the end. Thank you.